Live from Baker Street Pub and Grill. This is the Homeowner Show. I'm Kevin Hackett. Here with me is Craig Williams.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Homeowner Show. Live from Baker Street Pub here in the Woodlands on the waterway. It's on the water, but I am scorching.
No, it's like there's water where? Like it's not blowing.
It's not doing
cool.
its job.
No, it is not blowing cool air on me right now.
Yeah, so we brought the entire studio.
Yes, we did.
To the waterway, including the beloved Breggman statue.
Nobody loves that thing.
Breggman, come on. Oh, he's wrapped up. There he is. Hello.
And nobody cares about that.
Well, I mean, people who are in first place care.
Well,
because your team is in what place right now?
Not first place.
Not first place.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's really all the people here care about.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to tell people who pass us by on the street right now exactly what team you're rooting for.
Oh, yeah, the better team.
Because I am looking for an alley brawl.
Well, good luck with that.
I mean, I'll jump in if it gets ugly, but
if I start winning, is that what you mean?
No. If you're winning, I'm going to let it go it's a way better story. But if you're losing, I don't want to hear it from your wife.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That would happen.
Anyway, we're gonna move through lots of guests tonight, but we got one of our favorites right up front at the top, Miss Deborah from Paul the Plumber, Miss Paul the Plumber.
That's right.
Yeah. How you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Awesome.
Jonah, can you hear that? Okay. Is that?
You may have to bump her volume up a little bit.
Yeah. Just give it all you got there, Scotty.
Yeah. That's right.
How you doing?
I'm melting.
You're melting?
I know.
I'm melting like the ice in my glass.
So
We understand.
you're gonna appreciate that Sarah has agreed to keep these to 10 minutes then.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I love Sarah.
That's right. That's right.
So I mean, you guys actually did a big job for me not too long ago. I mean, you guys came in and changed my water heater out.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So and I actually tried to spend more money.
Well, we appreciate that.
Were you trying to do a tankless?
I was trying to do a tankless.
I bet I know what the reason was that you didn't.
Well,
I'm guessing.
You're guessing? What do you think it was?
My guess is that the gas coming to your house was not 3/4 inch.
I don't know if it was the gas. I think it was I don't know. It could have been the gas. It could have been the water pipes. I don't know what the issue was.
You got to have. That's one of the big issues. You got to have a 3/4 inch pipe coming in for gas to do.
Is it the gas pipe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most people have 1/2 inch coming in.
What I appreciated is that they could have just done the job, taken my extra $2 or $3 grand, and called it a day, but they didn't. They're like, "Hey, you can't do that. It's not going to work in your house." And I was like, "Oh, you guys are so awesome,
man! Looking out for you."
Well, we want to make sure that you're taken care of. It's not. I don't know. I don't know my words today, but the thing is customer service, and we treat our customers like we want to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, I want somebody to be honest with us and somebody to be fair. You know, if it's going to cost me 10 grand, I need to know that that's legit.
Right.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. But if you have a way of saying, no, we can fix this, or this is a better route to go, we want what's best for you.
Yeah.
It's not what's best for us. You know, don't get me wrong. Who won't take the bigger ticket job?
Sure.
But that's not the right way. That's not.
And that, honestly,
what I wanna
that's
do.
one of the big reasons we started this podcast was to help homeowners understand why things are the way they are, so they're not getting scammed by contractors. So whenever you hire a trustworthy contractor, then a couple of things. Number one, it's just better for you as a consumer, but honestly, it's better business because I mean, if Craig, if you got another issue, you're going to call them again.
Yeah,
because they
absolutely.
took care of you the first time, they didn't screw you over the first time, and that's the way it should be.
Well, we laugh about it, but our tagline is, for jobs big or small, just call Paul.
Right.
Because the small jobs get us the big jobs.
Right.
Because
Absolutely.
we'll take care of those small jobs because you get a lot of them, and I've had customers call and go, look, I've just got a leaky faucet. Is that too small of a job for you? No, we got you covered.
Yeah.
We get you taken care of.
Yeah.
And
Even though that's something probably pretty simple.
in some cases, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
change out a faucet or whatever it is. But for them, it's a big crisis. For them, it's whatever it is, if they don't know what it's like, whoever, I don't know AC work, I don't know electrical, we're going to call those people,
right?
To come out and do what we need,
right?
So we just want to be we want to be trustworthy. Now,
Sure.
I'm not going to lie to you, we're not the cheapest company around, but we're going to be honest with you, and we're going to make sure that you get what you need. And then we'll tell you, okay, if you want to go higher, if you want to upgrade, this is what you can do.
Right.
Sure.
But-
So whenever you say that, I'm curious to dig into what that actually means, because when you say something like that, I don't know how people hear that. If they hear, oh, well, you're not the cheapest, okay, I'll go with someone else. Or if they hear it in, okay, why? So I would ask the question, what is the difference between someone who's quote-unquote cheapest and you, who's not going to be the cheapest?
So you're getting a master license, you're
Okay.
getting insurance, you're getting excellent customer service. If something goes wrong, we're back. We'll come back. We're not going to ghost you. We're not going to ignore you. We're going to take care of the problem. And you've got us at every turn. I've got a phone number that you can text, and multiple people get that number. Now, when you call and leave a voicemail, one or two people can get that voicemail after hours. But that text message goes to multiple people.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
don't,
there's like,
don't
is
ask
some-
me what the phone number is, because I don't know
No,
what
I'm just curious. There's like if it's after hours, there's a voicemail, but it text messages you.
No, it's on the voicemail. It does tell you, here's the text number to send
Okay,
to.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, on the voicemail. So whenever you call the voicemail, know that be prepared to have a pen and paper, because there's going to be a number you can text us.
Okay.
And text is so much better.
Yeah.
After hours.
Sure.
Or weekends. That is
Right.
just the best way to get a hold of us. And but we can answer you. It may take time because
Well, it's after hours.
because sometimes we do the things on the weekends we can't do them in the week.
Oh, you
because
mean
of the
you like
weekend.
eat and play every once in a while? But look, you answered my question, and those first two things that I think is a difference maker. One is a master plumber. That in and of itself, it means something, right? And number two is insurance, and the bonded side of things as well, making sure that if something goes wrong, we're not going to be out. I think those two things are what a lot of people don't bring to the table, and what you need to know as a consumer, as a homeowner, is that if you're not finding someone that's insured, licensed, bonded, and actually has gone to the classes they need to get a master plumber or master electrician's license type of thing, then you're running yourself a big risk. You might pay less now, but if you have to pay more later, you're up a creek. So that's a huge benefit, and I'm glad you mentioned that.
Well, we've written something before in saying, do you know who's coming into your home? Because here's the thing. You have to have a master's license to have your business, but you have to have a master's plumbing license to get insured to do plumbing work.
Right.
So if somebody else is coming in and say, I can do your plumbing work, but I am insured. But are you insured if they flood your home? Because they're doing plumbing work.
Yeah.
Is that insurance? What's your homeowner's insurance going to say? Are they going to cover? You have to think about those things, and we want to make sure that our homeowners know that you're covered. When we walk in the door, you're covered. We're protecting you as well as ourselves.
Yeah.
To have insurance. So it's a big issue.
So I actually have a question about flooding, because and this may be more of a Paul question. I don't know, but you may know, because I know you take a lot of the phone calls and handle stuff in the office. What is the deal with putting hot water heaters in the attic?
Oh, we hate that.
Like I can't tell you. Like I can count on, and this is a lot for me. I can count on one hand the number of clients I've had whose homes have flooded because the water heater is in the attic, and so it floods the second story, and then it floods the first, and it always happens when they're on vacation.
Oh yeah, never
So,
happens at
like,
opportune moments.
Is there a benefit to doing that, like when you're building a home, or do you even know?
So they're saving space.
Yeah,
Is
they're
that-
not
is
building.
that the
They're
main
not building
thrust?
an extra closet, or
Yeah,
they're not wanting
it's-
to take up space in the garage.
It's
or
all
whatever.
about that prime
extra
real estate, so to speak.
Okay.
So
But, I mean, we assumed that, but I didn't know if there was like another like actual like
benefit.
plumbing reason.
Is there a benefit
No.
I
because
was
it
like-
keeps it hotter?
Is that like a Jack and Jill thing where like the water runs downhill? Is that
Yeah, it's super hot up there all the time.
No.
You don't have to heat the water
Yeah.
up there.
Okay.
and here in Texas, I think it's, especially this part of Texas, it's the worst place to put it.
That's what I would think.
Because
do
we're
too.
having the hardest time right now. We're getting calls for my pilot's out. What happened? It's working fine. It's only a 2-year-old heater.
Right.
Well, what's happening is it's suffocating. It's so hot, the
wow.
extreme heat in the attic, and there's not enough circulation. So the pilot's just going out. It's not getting
I
enough
hadn't even
oxygen.
thought
It's
of
not
that.
getting
I
enough
hadn't either.
air.
That's crazy.
So it's not moving. So you need circulation in your air. Now, there's something that we can do it for, but it just depends on the brand of water heater. There's just other things.
Well, so
Only thing is that's what's happening. So when they put it in the attic, I'm like, why?
why are you
Yeah.
doing that? Well, not only that, you got to go up there to fix it. So I'm going to charge you more.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
It's so hot.
Yeah,
I
it's so
know.
hot. Well, so here's a question. I kind of know the answer, so that's why I'm asking. When a hot
said
heater,
knowingly.
when a hot water heater goes bad,
Somewhere
and they-
there's a home
and
inspector
they
that's
do-
cringing at your question
Right.
already.
And they
because you
do.
said hot water heater.
when a water heater goes bad, and they just go bad. Why do they go bad most of the time?
Age.
Age, and what happens when they go bad?
Everyone's different, but common. Pilot goes out and you can't start it again.
Okay.
And you could. I know people are out there going, well, you could do the thermocouple, or you could do the gas control valve. Hold up. It depends on the age.
Right.
We're not going to repair it.
Right.
Or we'll repair it for you. However, we'll let you know that due to the age, no guarantee this is going to work.
Right.
So you're still going to pay for this, but then you're going to end up paying for a whole new water heater.
And then
So it
if
just
it's
depends.
not the pilot, the other most common reason is that they just rust out, right?
They start leaking.
Yeah, they start leaking.
Yep.
And if it's in the Paul's over there saying, what'd you say? The condition of the water. Okay, yeah, because
it
the water
causes them to
the
rust
water
and-
causes corrosion and it starts rusting. Sediments in there. Okay. No. Thank you for saying that, because here's the reason.
See, this
I asked
happens
that,
every
Deborah.
time. He tells you to come on. Vio's
That's
over
right.
there answering
That's
the question.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
No.
But here's what happens.
That's what happens all the time. It's
Yeah,
okay.
that's the one.
That's
So-
why I Mrs. Paul the plumber.
That's right.
That's right. But it rusts out and it starts leaking.
Yes.
And when it starts leaking, the water has to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And theoretically you've got a pan that's drained out, but always that line gets clogged or something. And so what's going to happen? It's going to fall through your roof. And it's going to cause major problems.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I don't know. Here's my point with that. Check your water heater. Make sure that
will tell you this,
it's
and
not
I'm-
clogged up there.
Well,
all
I'm not
that
trying
stuff.
to cut you off, but
No,
real
please
quick,
do.
you mentioned vacation. There's vacation mode on your
There
water heater.
is vacation.
Oh, that's
mode.
right.
There's vacation mode on
Make
it.
sure you're setting it
Is,
right.
is that on electric and gas? I mean, like, is it
just
just
gas.
just gas?
Just gas.
Just gas.
Okay. Yeah. There are many questions I have to over here.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
all good.
I'm not a plumber. I need y'all to know this.
Well, no, because we have gas, and I've seen it on ours, and I was going, okay, I've never had an electric one, so I don't know if it's on there.
Craig
And
has a lot of gas.
I have constantly. Give me a
Well,
subject.
Well, listen, we could talk to you for a really long time, and
Well, I have one question.
Okay, bring
I
it.
want to ask all our guests tonight, because we put up a post today about if you.
what would you do?
Yeah, what you would do, and I want to hear your answer, because I want to hear from all of our guests tonight. If you had $1,500 that you had to spend on your home right now, and you had to spend it, what would you spend it on?
Well, that doesn't give you much these days.
That's the part of the problem.
That's the
But-
challenge.
But
Irrigation system, he says.
Well, yeah,
Sure.
I mean, it's a down payment.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
right.
Mike would give you a deal.
sure.
Is that what you would want?
honestly, you know what? I read that earlier, and somebody said an outdoor refrigerator, like one in the garage.
Yeah.
But I'd want a new one in my house, and I put my old one out in the
There you
garage.
go.
Okay.
That's smart.
So that would be
And $1,500, you can get a decent.
Get you a new fridge.
Yeah.
probably a new fridge.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
when you go
it still
Christmas shopping,
works.
Paul,
You can keep the water. you
know.
can keep the water cold. You can keep the water cold that you're going to go dump on your lawn. That's the way that's going to happen. Well, listen, thank you for coming on. I know we got some other people waiting in the wings,
Yes.
and you're ready to get some air conditioning. So,
I am.
yeah, I get
am.
it.
I love talking to you guys, though.
we
We'll
love
do it
talking
again.
to you. Thank
We'll
you
do
for
it
sitting
again.
down with us.
All right.
Enjoy the rest of the night. Have a good time.
right.
And, if you guys have not yet, follow the net so you can get in touch with businesses like Paul and Deborah's over at Paul the Plumber.
right.
Real quick, how do people get a hold of you if they want to contact you?
So they can call our office at 832-521-3252. They can go to our website at paultheplumberllc.com.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can email us at operations at paultheplumberllc.com. So
Great.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one
me
before. I like that one.
I do too.
Yeah.
Operations.
Cool. Thank you.
you're
right.
very welcome.
Yeah, y'all, if you need some good plumbers and you're in the Montgomery County area, please reach out to them. They take care of me. They take care of my family. They do a great job. So
right.
thank you for sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome.
All right. Well, we should probably mention Lone Star Appliance.
We absolutely have to because
Yes.
they're sponsoring tonight.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for appliance repair, man, I'll tell you right now, it is so easy to just go for a brand new appliance.
Yep.
Because people think, oh, this one's worn out, it's not good anymore, I need appliance repair. But the truth of the matter is, they need a new appliance. The truth of the matter is, most of the time, that thing can be repaired.
Yeah.
For a whole lot less money.
Way
you get a
less
lot
money.
more money out of your system stills, whatever it is, and just get the thing repaired. And honestly, for us, we had a situation where we needed a new, the washer went out. And so, we can't go without a washer. Not in my house. Sure. I got a little boy. Right? So,
Things gonna get dirty.
Things gonna get dirty. So, we called the repair place first. And, you're going to pay a repair fee up front. But if you do the repair with them, that's going to roll right into the cost of the repair. So you're not going to be out, a diagnostic fee or anything at that point. So just give them a call. It's worth it. I promise. They're going to take care of you. They're great people. Lone Star Appliance Repair. And
Rizzler, do we have
we have the number
got it
up?
Okay,
All
thank you.
right, so if you're watching, you got the number right there. I don't remember it off the top of my head because I'm not a great person.
No, they're a fantastic company. Sarah's
That's
the
right.
owner. We have a couple people here representing them tonight. And Kevin's absolutely right. It is way cheaper to repair an appliance than it is to replace it. And we'll go into more detail on that tonight.
That's right.
But right now, we have a guest from Goodwin Recruiting. And I got to tell you, I am terrified to say your first name. Is it Therese?
It's Teresa.
Teresa. Okay.
Yeah.
The spelling is just killing me.
So the story behind that, I was born in the days when they heavily sedated mom. And
What now?
they heavily sedated mom during childbirth. And then she was
heavily
high as a
sedated.
kite
Sorry,
when they
I was
asked
like-
her. She was high as a kite when they asked her how to spell my name, and she was just spacing. So
Wow.
I was like, thanks,
It's
mom.
Teresa, T-H
See, I thought it was.
something.
I thought
Something.
because I've met you before.
Yes.
And we've hung out several times. I was like, it's Teresa, but then you have your name tag on, and I'm like, nope, that's not it.
Somehow I've been screwing it up.
I've been calling her the wrong name, and she's been polite.
That's how Hey You works.
That's right.
That's great.
That's right.
Well, yeah, go ahead, Kev.
So you work for a recruiting company.
Yes, so I have my own business, but I am under contract with Goodwin Recruiting.
Okay.
It is a recruiting company that is nationwide. We have about just under 340 recruiters nationwide, and we all work really well together. Some of us get contracts with businesses, some of us work to get those contracts filled. And so there's a lot of collaboration that happens. We've been around, 24 years now?
Okay.
So
Wow.
Yeah, and we're Forbes top 100 recruiting companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So answer me this, because I think recruiting company can mean a lot of different things. So I maybe not, maybe I'm just, ignorant here, but we know that's true. But I'm going to ask the ignorant question anyway. What types of industries do you recruit for? And maybe the better question would be, how, if I need an employee, how does that work?
So, depends on what kind of employee you need. If you're talking administrative, clerical, things like that, that's not what we do.
Okay.
We would be too expensive for you for that. There are companies that do staffing, temp to hire, things like that. So if something like that comes up, I refer to those companies.
I'm really glad I asked that question, because that's the first thing that came to my mind was that kind of thing.
Well, and here's the thing that I see. A lot of the recruiters that are more individual will collaborate a lot. So for instance, I am not as experienced in oil and gas, where I know a recruiter who is. And if somebody comes to me saying, hey, I need a job, I'm like, you know what, I probably can't help you, but this person can. Here's their website, here's their phone number. And, my company doesn't do what's called fee splitting. So that would be two companies working together, et cetera, et cetera. So
So you just refer out exclusively on that type of deal?
If there's something, I can put it out to other recruiters in our field, in our company, but honestly, if I don't have a position open right now, I can't help you.
Sure.
Right. So you can go on the website and you can sign up for notifications for this zip code and this industry, et cetera, and then you get email notifications as soon as
free to do?
That's
just
free,
have an account? Okay.
Yeah. And so if you get an email notification, you know what, call me with the job number and I will dig into the details, the internal details for you, and see if it truly is a good match.
Right.
I'm not going to, I feel for people that are looking for work, been there, done that.
Right.
But I want to make sure it's a good fit, because I don't want them job hopping in 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. So it needs to be a good fit for both sides.
Well, I mean, as a recruiting industry, you don't want that. You want your employers want to know that the people you're bringing to me are top notch. I'm not having to fire them in a few months.
And sometimes things happen in life with people, and you have to do what you have to do. But that does show on your resume.
Sure.
So I do help people understand what to put on their resume that is appropriate for what they're trying to do.
Okay.
Right. Aside from good, when I will help somebody, I'll write a resume if I need to.
Okay.
Okay. But if I need to submit somebody and their resume isn't 100%, if it's a quick fix, I can do it. If it's not, then either they can do it or I can refer them to somebody that professionally does it as well. I'm spending more time trying to get people hired. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And so from the employee side of things, what types of businesses do y'all typically work with?
The only ones we don't work with is like first responders.
Oh, okay.
Because of the certifications and
Sure.
the training required and all that police, fire,
Right.
military we can't. But we have government positions. We have everything from bookkeeping up through plastic surgeon.
Oh, wow.
HVAC, electricians.
Lots of contractors, I would assume.
But this isn't contract work. This is like with benefits,
Okay.
full-time.
Okay.
We don't do contract work. So full-time, example, one of my favorite stories, we were hiring for Caterpillar up in Illinois.
Okay.
And a 19-year-old applied for one of the welding positions. And he'd done all the training in school. He came out of school and he jumped around a little bit, but I was able to get the story out of him as to why things happened the way they did. We submitted him. I did the interview. We just submitted him. They rejected him. I pushed back and I said, no, you need to understand who this is. He may be 19 on the outside. This is a kid that worked for his parents' landscaping company through all of his teen years. He saved up every dime. When he turned 18, he bought himself a house.
Wow.
And at 19, he's putting a welding shop in his garage. I think you need to talk to him.
Right, this kid's a little driven, more so than you think.
A little bit. And you know what? He's got a lifelong career now. He never has to look for another job.
Wow.
And that's what I'm trying to help people see is that there are opportunities out there, but you have to be willing to stick with something for a while.
I've actually talked to several guys that work for Caterpillar. Great company.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the benefits are amazing.
It's an incredible company.
He's taken care of for life, and he's 19.
I don't think a lot of people realize like what a big company, what a good company Caterpillar, like an American
they
company
are.
to work for here in the U.S. I mean, it's one of the last great, like, I don't even want to call it like manufacturing, but they are a manufacturing company.
Yeah, like I'm hiring for machine repair mechanics right now, also in Illinois. And it's what, $36 to $45 an hour. Okay, came out. The 19-year-old, he's making about $31 an hour at 19.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, and their health insurance is amazing, and life insurance policy and disability, the whole 9 yards. It's an amazing company.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I think when I was 19, I was like happy to make like 12, like super happy.
So I'm a little bit older. I was happy with $8 an hour.
Sure, yeah. No, I can remember working for $5 with tips and just being like blown away when I made more than $5.
I know.
You know?
Oh my God.
So if I'm looking for a job, I could call you. You would coach me through a little bit of, tell me a little bit about who you are, what you're looking for, and determine whether or not y'all would be a good fit for me.
So if somebody calls and says, hey, I'm looking for work, it really depends what level they're at.
Okay.
It depends on, most of the companies we have are looking a lot for unicorns. So they're paying the big bucks, but, like one position that's coming through tomorrow is a college instructor for medical diagnostic sonography. Okay, that's a unicorn. They have to have 3 different licenses.
Yeah.
So that's why, and they've been looking for half a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so they've exhausted whatever they know how to do, and so they're coming to us.
Okay.
And I've already done a search. I found 20 some odd people.
Wow.
Yeah, they've had like not much. So.
Well, and I know that you have a bit of a background in the medical field.
Yeah.
I mean, is that kind of your specialization in helping people find positions?
So my life has been very long and interesting. And I will say I've worked in sales and marketing and high tech. I've worked in healthcare, more in the holistic side, and then I've worked in IT. So I had my own company. I did web hosting, marketing. I did websites. I did all the graphics. I ended up leading a team. Worked for NASA Ames for a bit, doing their web services. And so I speak those languages.
Right.
And that's where I specialize, but that's not necessarily what I'm hiring all the time. But that's the one where I'm like, oh yeah, HIPAA this and billing code that, no problem, I know what it means. Mm-hmm. And so I'm looking for skilled nursing facilities, any urgent care clinics that are a little large, or any healthcare urgent care clinics. But also we're looking for attorneys. We're looking for commercial realtors. We're looking for, that level.
Yeah.
They just closed a job for executive director for senior living facilities, so assisted living, independent living. And so that's where we come in and we say, okay, I need to get to know you as a company, because you could be all, yay, loose, and here comes somebody that's all, white shirt and tie and doesn't really fit it. So we really try to make that a match as well.
So this is a full process. This is not just is not just you have a job and you have a job need, we're going to put you together. No, you're looking at the whole enchilada, so to speak, and making sure that we're putting the right people with the right thing. It can take time. It's a process.
Absolutely. So for me, the process is we get a position in. I talk to the account manager and say, okay, what are you really looking for? Like, you can put everything in the notes. What are the nuances that you can't put in there? Like the feel. Okay, I get that picture. And then I start going out and finding people, and we have all kinds of resources. Amazing. And I find somebody, I talk to them for 15 minutes. If it looks like it might be a good match, the next step is a 1-hour webcam interview, because I want to watch your body language and your eyes, because that tells me if you're lying or not.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
But it also shows me if you know how to be professional.
Yeah.
Right. It also shows me, do you know how to hold yourself in an interview? Do you know how to interview via webcam? So I do that. I do a whole write-up on them, and I submit that to the account manager, and I talk with the account manager to say, here's what I learned, here's what I've written, here's what here's stuff that's maybe not in the writing, and then we decide whether something needs to be added, taken away, or whether it really isn't a good fit.
Right.
And then I do what's called a strategic interview planning, which is we have a prep call the day before an interview with the company, and I go over, okay, if you're doing a webcam interview, I want you to look at the camera, not the screen.
Oh, yeah, that's
I want
huge.
you to smile. I want you to hold shoulders back. Make sure this back here is blank. Make sure there's no wild clothing, makeup, jewelry, especially for you. Right? See? But, if you're doing in person, bring a folder with your resume, several copies of your resume. Don't give the limp fish handshake. That turns everybody off. So we teach you how to interview, so it's not a waste of time for either party.
Right.
Because if you are great at what you do and you really are not good at interviewing, you're not going to get jobs.
Yeah.
And so let me show you how you need to do that and what's important. Let me, give you some ideas on questions.
So coaching on top of
Absolutely.
like just finding. Yeah. So you mentioned some already. Are those the ones you mentioned are the ones in the most from what you're seeing? Are those the jobs that are in the highest demand right now?
So Goodwin started out in food and beverage, so restaurants, maybe hotels, and so they're a lot stronger there than they are with the other verticals. What I'm seeing
hospitality is what that's called.
Hospitality, yes.
I know one or two things.
Mostly one.
Well,
pretty much one.
I just placed an executive chef for a catering company.
Okay.
And it was a perfect match. It was so amazing. The owner hadn't had a day off in 5 months, I think.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. And can you imagine, right? Like
can.
no days off, none for 5 months. And I brought a candidate who I'd applied to another position. It wasn't a great match. And 2 weeks later, this position came up. He had his own catering company for 20 years. Ended up going through a divorce, sold his company, and just drove through the United States to kind of figure out what he wants to do when he grows up, right?
Wow.
Landed in Palo Alto, California, and I called him on Monday morning first thing. Dude, you gotta look at this. I'm just emailing this to you right now. This is a perfect fit for you. Long story short, he interviewed that Friday. He was working the next Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
I mean they did a taste test on Monday. And it was 4th of July.
That's the thing, is like a taste test does it all.
That's right.
Show me a taste test. I want more.
Oh yeah, and he's amazing.
I want that job.
And you know what? And you know what? What's really nice about this is that the owner now gets time off.
Yeah.
He's a perfect fit. I mean, personality, everything, and he gets a do-over.
Nice.
Okay, so for both sides, and those are the things that make it really worthwhile.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's like this all the time.
Yeah.
And we work on commissions, so if you don't place somebody, you don't get paid.
Right.
Here's the other thing too is I was in healthcare. We had ethics pounded into us.
Yeah.
I work ethically, so if it's not a good fit, I will tell you, and it's not a good fit.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to place somebody that really doesn't deserve to be there.
Right.
You know, so
real quick, because we're getting the stink eye.
Yes.
How do people get a hold of you if they're looking for a job or if they're looking to hire somebody great?
So my digital business card is TeresaHolliday.com. That's TheresaHolliday.com. And that'll give you my cell phone, my business phone, email. It's got my history on there. And if they can get a hold of me, phone number 936-260-4348.
Okay.
All right, and real quick, because we're asking everybody tonight, if you had $1,500 to spend on your home, how would you spend it?
Oh, it's already gone.
It's already gone. What'd you spend it on?
We just had to replace the HVAC.
Oh, wow.
No.
That's it.
Well, that's way more than $1,500.
Way more.
Add a zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good grief. Well, at least you're staying
So
cool now.
send me people.
Yeah, please.
Right.
Good grief.
She needs help, y'all.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down.
Yes,
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. And enjoy the rest of your night and have a good time networking with everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Absolutely.
Bye.
What do you think, bud?
Man, I love that, because I think that finding people to pair up with other people is really challenging.
It's incredibly challenging.
I mean, you know it better than I do as a business owner that has more than one employee at it. It's hard to find.
Well, and even then, you're just gonna have there's personality issues that are gonna come up.
Yeah.
There, and there's a lot of vetting that especially if it's not if it's a stranger. Man, you just feel the need to just investigate.
You want to know more.
You want to know as much as
possible.
possible.
And so having a recruiting company that can tell you more, that's invaluable.
Well, and to have a recruiting company that will actually give you accurate information, because I imagine there are recruiting companies that will just like shoot smoke up your rear end. In order to close the contract.
Money.
And to know somebody that's just not going to do that. That's especially if you're a company that's in the hiring phase of your company life. Like that's incredibly valuable.
Sure.
Is it just sinking? Is that the deal?
It is.
Yeah.
I gotta fix. That'd be fine.
Just scoot the chair up. That's really the best solution.
I fixed it.
Good need some Viagra.
There you go. That's right.
Can we say that on here?
Well, we
just did.
So, there's no going back now. It's live.
Check your phone.
What's wrong with my phone?
I don't know. All right, cool. Well, I'll just go because I've not met you before.
No, you haven't.
My name's Kevin.
I'm Corey.
Corey, it's good to meet you. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Corey Reeves, the owner of Reeves Realty Group out of Montgomery.
Okay.
And since you haven't met me, this way I'll help you a little bit. There's one of my cards. And
I'm gonna go around and see if I can fix this. You keep talking.
No problem.
We specialize in Montgomery County.
All right.
Try to, but we'll cover all of Greater Houston.
All right.
Referrals. We handle commercial, residential, lease spaces, flex spaces, luxury, Lake
multifamily.
Multifamily. We'll do usually 8 units. We've got some people looking for those smaller type multifamily, multi-use kind of deals.
Right.
Duplexes, things of that nature.
Right.
We're not as big into the multi-million-dollar apartment complexes and things of that nature. Our niche is more residential, flex space, commercial, and lots, leases, rentals, things of that nature. So.
And I'll tell you, for one reason or the other, Craig and I love talking to realtors. And realtors, mortgage brokers, all these people that are in the niche of helping homeowners find good real estate, because right now the market just seems to go up and down. It's changing constantly. And so finding people that actually know the market, study the market, are aware of trends, and trying to help homeowners figure out when's the best time to buy, where do you buy, what's going to actually give you a return eventually. All those things, to me, make a difference. Where I know a lot of homeowners, they're like, can you find me a house under this much that is this large? That's really all that they care about, in a lot of ways. But then on top of that, they're like, oh, but I want in this school district, and I want to be near this shopping center, and this restaurant, needs to be able to deliver to my house, all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
So I'm curious, what are the things that you're seeing right now as far as the market is going?
It's a great question. All right, so answer number 1, you asked about 5.
I know, I always do that.
Number 1 is yesterday was the best time to buy.
Always.
The second best time is right now.
Yes. Okay.
Because we can actually break down the numbers and show you where if you're not a homeowner, you're paying somebody else's mortgage. And you can make $30,000 next year yourself, or make somebody else $30,000. It's your choice.
Wow.
And it doesn't matter what the interest rate is, because you're going to be able to refinance it. Your house is never going to depreciate. Homes are not going to do anything but go up in value, and you're going to do nothing but cash in year after year of being a homeowner. Take that money, liquidate it, go buy you another place, and keep going.
Wow.
So that's
I love that short, concise answer. That's pretty amazing, because what you just said is an experience that I've had recently. I mean, I sold a house a little over a year and a half ago now, and bought a new place. I was there for 5 years, and I made not quite $30,000 a year, but close to it.
Yep.
Yeah, and to see that kind of return. I mean, we paid for our new place, which is on acreage. We paid 10% over asking because we just had to, and really happy to get that. But a year and a half later, it's already worth more than the 10% I already put into it.
Sure it is.
I mean, it's just the way it goes. And so I know that a lot of people are going, how can I afford that? And I think I look at it sometimes and go, well, how can you not afford it?
Right.
Well,
when you're not taking advantage of your buying power, some people aren't in a position for their buying power.
Sure.
But we've also got programs that we work with various lenders that do offer assisted loans.
Oh, okay.
Where you might not have the $20,000 or $30,000 sitting in the bank account, but we've got loans through different lenders that we partner with that specialize in VA loans for veterans. We've got them that are helping single moms out with children that don't have $40,000 in the bank, but all they'll need is like 1.5% down, and we can get them into a house instead of them having to lease or go rent.
Wow.
It's life-changing for people like that. Now, granted, there's credit ceilings and and bottoms and things of that nature,
right.
But we've even got partners that work with people on credit and things of that nature to get them there. And sometimes it might be a year process or a 6 months process, but we keep the pipeline fed with properties out there. We set people up on portals. You were talking about, what they're looking for and things of that nature. We worked with a nice young couple with a family that just moved from Louisiana. They wanted a large home with a pool under a certain price point, and it's kind of like we're looking for unicorns.
Right.
But amazingly enough, we were able to place them in exactly the right house. We closed them last week.
Wow.
Took us about 3 or 4 months to get it done. They were patient. We were due diligent, and we got them exactly what they wanted. There's a lot of realtors and people in the business that work and some really work. So there's a difference between what we offer and how we go to work as far as some of our competitors, and everybody's in this transitional market, but you got to put your bootstraps on and you got to go to work for your clients and you got to do your due diligence and really take care of people, and that it's a referral business, and people buy from people who they like, trust, and believe. So
that is so true. That is so true. Unlike a lot of businesses where you can find referrals in different ways, realty is very unique in that.
It's a niche. It's very niche-y. Again, people buy from people who they like, trust, and know,
yep.
and believe, and that's the whole name of the game.
Yeah,
right.
Well,
absolutely.
And you have a background in HVAC, right?
I do. 35 years.
Yeah. So
Wow.
you kind of have like a specialty in like spotting a serious problem in properties that you might be showing your clients.
Correct. One of the first things I look at is the HVAC, because that is next to the home your largest purchase that's going to be part of your home. That could be detrimental and non-repairable.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So I take a look at that. We've also got trusted HVAC guys that we can call, and if I see a problem, we will definitely get it checked out and deeper inspected than just by a regular inspector. We will actually have a certified technician, HVAC licensed guy go out and double check it and make sure that there aren't any issues. But that, you bringing that up, Craig, not only was I around HVAC, I was around plumbing, electricians, insulation, all of those guys, because I used to do new construction also.
Right. So
when you're doing new construction, you're around the trades all the time,
right.
So you pick up things,
Definitely.
You learn a little bit about a lot. So, and then you apply that when we're looking at houses, and I can spot, foundation issues for the most part, and drywall problems and air conditioning problems, and, see mold coming out, or one room's hot, one room's cold. Those kind of things tell me that there could be underlying issues with that home that might need to be addressed a little farther and save our buyers a lot of money. Or if it's on the listing side, we can get those things addressed before it does get inspected.
Yeah, so you're going to know and
Right.
you'll be able to inform your client, like, hey, this property that you're listing, like, it's going to have some issues going forward because
Right.
they're going to have this property inspected, and this is going to pop up because
Right.
I've done this 100 times.
Yep.
No, that's
but
huge.
if they choose not to do that, that's on them.
It is, but then we put it on a seller's disclosure that they know, so that way we're upfront about it and go, hey, this is this, but they're not willing to fix it, and we'll just move on, but they're willing to give a seller's concession on it and, give a few dollars to help fix it.
Yeah.
So, but it's not hidden.
No, and I think that's something that that I think is important for someone to hear is that if you need an inspection, I mean, you have inspection time as a buyer. If you need a plumber to come out, get a plumber out. If you need an HVAC guy out, get an HVAC guy out. If you need not just the inspector, but other people, not just a home inspection, but other people, I mean, they're going to catch a lot of things.
They do. They're good.
But at the same time, if you need to dig into it, if you need a pest control company to come out, like these guys, call Excalibur. Like,
absolutely.
There are people out there that you can bring in that inspection time, because you've got that right. So don't forego that, especially with probably the largest investment most people will make in their lifetime.
It is, and we will do our due diligence and try to do our best to make sure that they go through the proper inspection time, because the times that we have seen it come back to them. And a lot of times people will be like, oh, the house was under contract a month and a half ago. It fell through because of financing issues. So our client likes it, uses their inspection report and says, oh, well, everything looks okay, and proceed. And we've done it before, and it's come back with HVAC's messed up, and then they're trying to blame us and things of that nature. But we have it in writing that we said that we recommend you do another inspection. It's on you if you don't, because some people are trying to save a few dollars, and it's worth the extra money to spend as far as somebody doing their due diligence. So
that makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Let me ask you this, because it's something that came up recently on an episode that we were doing. I was, and I think this is true for you too, I was unaware that FHAs have a ceiling.
They do.
I didn't know either.
And is it different from county to county? Is it different from state to state?
No, it's a government-backed program, and the way it is FHA loans are capped. And you also, if say you sell your house, it's 3 years since ownership to go get another FHA. So it's got.
They've even gapped it for 3 years.
Well, but you have to own a house, or not buy a new one first, right?
If you sell your property, there's
before 3 years.
If you sell, you can't do another FHA loan within 3 years. So they've put guidelines on when you can use your FHA loans, because that's a first-time homeowners program.
But I mean, how many do you get? Everyone gets so many, right? Is it like 5?
Are you mean capping on how many times you can use it?
Well, I know that there's a cap on how many times you can use it, but I also know that there's a ceiling on the amount.
They've raised that. I'd have to go look, because they just did some new government regulations on that as far as what qualified and what didn't.
Okay.
They've raised the amount. I believe, shooting off the top of my head, I think it's 5. That'd be an Ashley question. 525 maybe. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
we thought it was higher than that. We thought it was 650, right?
I think we thought it was like 750, but that's why I'm asking the question.
We could edit this out. So you call me.
Yeah, we edit stuff all the time.
It's not a real estate agent question. It's more of a broker question.
It's a broker question.
It's a contract question and a lender question is what it is.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you in 2 seconds.
Okay.
No, that's good.
Part of the reason I ask is particularly here in Texas, right? I mean, people are moving here with gobs of money, right?
Yes, they are.
And it's going to be more beneficial to them to use an FHA if they qualify.
Sure.
Because the interest rates tend to be lower. And so, but if you come here with $2 million because you sold your beachfront property in Northern California, I don't know, it's just going to be, you're not going to be able to borrow that much money with an FHA.
Right.
So
if you have that much money, just pay cash and stop whining.
That's right. So, all right, Corey, we're getting the evil eye from
Sarah.
Yeah, it ranges. It's 472 up to $1 million, but it depends on what area you're going to be in.
That's what I thought. It depended on the area.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna speak out of turn on that.
I'm in the 936 area.
I think that's fair. So real quick before we bring on somebody else, 2 questions.
Sure.
How do people get a hold of you?
Reeves Realty Group, right there.
Oh, right there above
If
me.
you Google us, we pop up. We're out of Montgomery. So it's 281-932-2423 or 281-639-4587. And then it's Corey at reevesrg.com and reevesrg.com for our website. And I'm all over social media. So
Awesome. Fantastic. And then I know you answered this online, but I want to get it on tape. If you had $1,500 to spend on your home right now and you had to spend it, how would you spend it?
I would upgrade my bedrooms and put new flooring in.
Okay.
Ooh.
I love that.
Yeah, you could get that done. And
Yeah, $1,500, you could probably get that done.
Yeah, mine has carpet now, and the rest of it's hardwood. And I think I would upgrade my bedrooms to hardwood.
Okay.
nice. I think we know a guy that can help you out with that.
I think we did. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all.
Thank you
All
for
right.
sitting down.
All right.
Good
Always
to
good
meet
to see
you.
you, buddy.
Thanks,
All right.
man. Appreciate it.
Awesome, man.
Well, one thing that we didn't mention earlier, whenever we mentioned Lone Star Appliance Repair, which is the sponsor for tonight's live event here, is that when you, this is something that I think is really important. When you don't just repair your appliance, it's just going to go into a landfill somewhere.
That's true.
And like, I mean, look, you know me, I am not the biggest tree hugger in the world. Like I whatever on something.
You're wearing a shirt that says sawdust.
Exactly. Sawdust is man glitter, and we all know it's true. But at the same time, like, I'm not trying to intentionally hurt the environment.
Right.
Like, why would you consume more materials when for less money you can keep the thing that you already know and just fix it, keep moving on, and not fill up the landfill with more junk?
Yeah, maybe you've got that refrigerator that is in the avocado green that they're just not making anymore.
They're not making it. Those things are repairable, I guarantee it.
Yes, and they will last forever.
Another 35 years. It's gonna happen.
Well, like the old appliances, sometimes the old appliances are the cool appliances.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're the ones that whenever you walk into someone's house, you're like, how long have you had that thing?
It's
like
60 years.
It's a conversation starter. This is
Throw
my
down. How
great
long's the longest
grandma.
one you've had?
Yeah, she bought this from the Sears Roebuck catalog back in 1935.
Yeah. So anyway, if you don't want to lose your nostalgic appliances,
That's right.
which include sinks, call Lone Star Appliance Repair. They're gonna hate me that I said that.
I hate you for saying it.
But it's true.
Well, it's an opinion.
They'll work on it.
They will not work on your sink. I promise.
They will.
No, they'll work on
promise you.
things under your sink.
Everything
maybe.
has a price. They will work on your sink.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
All right, we got another guest. Who we got here?
My name is Mitchell Benson,
Mitchell
owner
Benson.
owner of Mitchell Marketing. I just want to say first too, you guys are hilarious.
Man, we fool a lot of people. We fool a lot of people. I love it though.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
We're good fakers.
That's right. That's right. The homeowner. That's what they say about us. The Homeowner Show. The fakers.
The fakers.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
fake homeowner show.
That's right. Mitchell Marketing. Tell us what you do, man.
Yeah, so I own Mitchell Marketing. We do anything digital marketing.
Okay.
So websites, search engine optimization, can help you manage your social media accounts, all of that. So it's super fun. I've been doing it for 5 years now, so enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. it's
Well,
good.
so I mean, so you're on the business end of things, trying to get information to homeowners a lot of times.
That's right.
You know, because
That's right.
I imagine you represent a lot of service companies.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I imagine one of the things that you're pretty good at is spotting frauds and fakes.
Yes.
So what are some key indicators that you see out there to spot, you know, somebody that's probably not an ethical business or a legitimate business, so that somebody doesn't waste their time and can find the real thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah,
Well,
you
because
pretty much
the
gave me a
internet-
layup there. It really has to do with their digital presence, right? So if you're a homeowner, if you're looking for someone to come fix your appliance, and you look them up online, and
You mean like with Lone Star Appliance Repair?
Oh.
The one who's sponsoring this episode?
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Who's actually a good company.
They are.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. So if you look them up online, they need to have a good website, have plenty of good reviews. You want to hear what other people are saying about them. All of that stuff.
Hang on,
Well-
we need to do some shaming over here. Hey, what happened
Yep.
over there?
Oh my goodness. We have broken glassware on
Did you
the
do that?
table.
Party foul, man.
Oh my
You
goodness!
did it? Or are you just cleaning it up?
No, she did.
You did it,
And
and
she
you're
did
cleaning
it.
it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk about this later.
Yes. we still love you. It's fine.
It's unlaundry related. It's fine.
So going back to the show. So it's like a Zach Morris moment. Time in. So
When we're back.
You just lost like half the
I
audience.
know half of the people have no idea what I just said. Both the older and the younger are like, who did you say, Zach Morris? Who's this
that?
kid? Anyway, so I mean, beyond that, like not just a website, but like there are multiple digital presences that matter, right? That if you can't find a website, that's a huge red flag. But what other things do you think that are important as far as that goes?
Yeah, so I mean, what I look at and what a lot of other people look at are, number one, Google reviews, what other people are saying on your Google review page. And then, not just your website, but your social media accounts.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, it's huge. If you see someone and if they haven't posted since 2018, it's like, well, okay, well, what are they,
Slam on 2018 out of nowhere.
Right. Bam.
They're not really
Pre-COVID numbers.
Yeah. No, I've seen it, y'all. I've seen it firsthand.
You had nothing else to do for like 6 months in 2020, and you didn't post on social media. Who are you?
That's right.
That's bad.
You're
That's
not
really
a real
job.
business.
One job.
You had one job. You had nothing. You had no jobs. You're trying to get jobs, and you're not even posting on social media.
Well, I mean, you could have hired Mitchell.
That's true. That's true.
That's right. So, yeah, if you look at their social media accounts, you look at any of their Google reviews or anything like that, I mean, that's a great way to tell if it's a reputable business or not.
So just like, is it regularity with posting, or is it like, okay, they haven't posted in like 8 months, like they're not paying attention? Yeah,
so irregularity is one, but I think, just staying on top of things, because that, to me, if I look up a company on social media and they're like, everywhere, they don't have a consistent message, if they don't have any kind of quality posts, I mean, it just kind of goes back to, because social media is a part of your business. It's a huge part.
Sure.
So, the quality that you put into that is the quality that people are going to see. So,
yeah. So how do you integrate with a business and then set them up? I mean, like what... I imagine there's tiers of service and things like that, but like what is it that you are offering them that they're like, okay, like this is going to be a good partnership?
Yeah. So the number one thing is just a plan, because I feel a lot of companies put the marketing, their social media, taking care of their website, they put it on the back burner.
Right.
A lot of people don't really pay attention to it. So what my main job is, number one, to focus on their business, what they need and how they operate. The second thing is implement a strategy and a plan.
Right.
Because if you go into it, you don't have a strategy, you don't have a plan, then you can't measure any success, you can't figure out what you need to do later. So it's that's really the two main things, is coming up with a specific plan for that business and then executing it.
Yeah, and I would assume that on top of that, like, and this is something that gets me, is for businesses. I mean, they're going to budget a lot of things, right?
For sure.
They're going to budget materials. They're going to budget vehicles. They're going to budget gas. They're going to budget their salaries. They're going to budget benefits. All of these sorts of things. But so often, one of the things that we find is people just don't budget marketing.
Right.
They're just waiting on people to call them, but they don't have a really good vehicle through which people are going to know what their phone number is. I mean, they rely on a wrap on their car or something, and that's really the only thing they've got. And it's like, okay, well, while I'm driving, trying to keep my kids from, killing each other, making sure I don't run the red light, now I got to write down a phone number on the wrap on your car. Now, I'm not saying that that's not a bad way to market, but what I am saying is that it's not enough, right?
Right.
Because here's what I am going to remember.
Yep.
I am going to remember Excalibur Pest Control. Like, I am going to remember the name, Excalibur Pest Control. I can't forget that even if I am running red light at the moment. And so, like, I'm going to Google it, right?
Right.
I'm going to Man, we cannot miss Steve tonight, can we?
No,
Steve is
he's
in
going to
bright
interject
pink
himself.
tonight. All right, sorry, y'all. I just had a moment. But they're going to Google Excalibur Pest Control, right?
Yep.
And, I mean, if you don't have a good presence online, like, I'm just going to find somebody else.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely. And you had a point about, making sure it's a budget. What's cool about marketing is a lot of it is about opportunity, right? So like if you're giving your website a solid shot to get new clients, man, it could really pan out very well.
Yeah.
Working with local businesses, I've seen, working with contractors, and I've seen it firsthand getting a $40,000 job from a Facebook ad, and you're like, hey, let's all of a sudden, hey, we need to do more of this.
Right.
What are we doing? Like we need to, step it up. We need to put more into this. So I think, the companies I've worked with, whenever they start seeing the results is when they're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Right.
I get it, because what we're doing is actually working.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other thing that I would say is, I know a little bit about this, but I'm not going to get too far into it. But what I would say is, like, can you talk a little bit about what a healthy budget actually even looks like? I know that is a real subjective question, but
it is a little bit.
But for most people who don't really have any lines in the water other than maybe someone back in 2018 built them a website. Like what?
2018.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a good year.
But they've never,
actually, that's
stuff
a
was
bad
happening
year.
in 2018.
Stuff was happening, but it didn't last.
Yeah.
What kind of where should I even begin thinking about where to budget that sort of thing? Or is it smarter just to call and set up an appointment?
Yeah, you can definitely call it. Yeah, calling would be great. But here's what I'll say. What's the alternative is my, the main question to that is if you're going to reach out to a marketing company and have them do work on your behalf onto your social media account or to your website, anything like that, what's the alternative? Is the alternative you hiring a new employee to take care of your marketing? And then, how much does that cost, for a salary? And so hiring a digital marketing company, normally you have a team behind you, you have several different people working on your project, so it actually ends up being less than a full-time employee, and so for hiring someone and then worrying about your ad spend with whether it be Google, Facebook, it's less than a full-time employee for your business.
Yeah,
and it's worth way more.
And
way
what
more
you're
than
saying, which I think is should not be lost here for the moment, is most people should have a full-time employee working on getting them more business.
Yes,
and because
I think
if
so.
you really want to grow and scale, somebody's got to be on the forefront. And maybe it's just someone, maybe it's someone just being intentional about having really good conversations. But if you don't have someone who's kind of a natural salesperson in your business, you need someone who can do that online.
Right.
Figure it out for you. And if you don't want to hire that person who's a natural salesperson who could be really expensive, then figure out a way to make your digital presence speak for you.
Right. And it's not just this, number one is a salesperson, but it's also a lot of the processes that are set up. Mm-hmm. We can work with automations are super cool.
Automated responses and things
responses to follow up with clients who you haven't talked to in a while. So it's the values is definitely there, and when people see the results, it's a no-brainer. But the initial cost of it, you think of, if you were to hire somebody, it's going to be much less than that. But you're getting a professional who knows what they're doing. You're getting a system that has proven to work before.
Yeah.
So it just makes a lot of sense.
Well, hey, we're getting the 5-minute mark, the stink eye from the producer here.
Right.
So if people need to get a hold of you, how do they find you?
Yeah, they can go to our website, it's mitchellismarketing.com.
Clever. I like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then the question we're asking everybody tonight, $1,500, you have to spend it, and you got to spend it on your home. What are you going to spend it on?
$1,500 on my home. From my house, I think I'm going to go with an outside, like a patio. Deck.
You're going to invest in the patio.
Yes.
Like furniture? What are we doing here?
A deck.
Oh, you're going to build a deck.
Yes.
Like yourself.
Well, $1,500 is probably not going to do a lot for a deck.
But it'll start.
I mean,
It'll start.
It might cover some of the material.
Right. Some of the material.
Some of the material.
Maybe some of the
Right, the delivery fee.
I like it. It's,
Yeah.
get the groundwork going.
Yeah,
I hear it.
something.
So you just want a deck.
Just a deck.
I got you.
You know?
Just somewhere to chill.
That's it.
I got you. Cool, man. Well, thank you for sitting down with us. It's
Yeah,
good
no
to
problem.
finally get a face to face with you.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we've been
Likewise.
interfacing
Yeah,
over-
through the Facebook.
through the Facebooks.
Through the social
Facebook
media.
world.
And the interwebs.
That's right. That's how we met first.
Right.
That's
It
right.
works.
Cool, man. Well, enjoy the rest of the night. I mean, it's a great event inside. We get banished to the outside where we have to sweat and stink.
I know, man.
But we do it because we love it.
Yes, and we love you.
That's right.
people, listeners,
Specifically you.
specifically you watching right now. And if you're not watching right now, whatever.
Yeah. So much so I haven't even finished my glorious grilled buffalo wings.
That's true.
They've been gnawed on a little bit.
That's
but-
right.
So
Well, all right, we're gonna
right.
find the next person.
Good
Thanks
stuff.
For,
Thanks,
for
guys.
stopping by,
yeah, man. Thank you.
Such a huge, important part of your business, man.
I know. It's almost as important as having number 2 on your team here.
Oh my god. That guy.
That's Breggman, by the way.
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
I know that you hate the Astros, but like you've got to give Altuve his due.
Well, yeah,
He cycle hit the other night.
he did.
That's crazy.
It is. It's
I don't
very
even watch
difficult
sports,
to
and I
do.
heard about that.
It's very difficult to do.
How many times has that been done? I know because you're a statistics guy.
Oh, there's, more than you would think.
Uh-huh.
Although I don't know, the number is probably less than 1,000.
Oh, that many?
Oh yeah. I don't know what the number is. You know what? If I had my phone here, I could probably figure it out because I have a stat thing that would really
shares?
help with that. But
You can. We just have the one microphone.
or just move the chair and stand, which
Well,
sucks.
I tell you
but
what.
it'll
I tell you
work.
what. Sit here.
It's not for me.
No, I know.
Okay.
Let Kevin talk to them both.
Or one on each side.
Yeah, because I can't move.
Kevin can't move.
I'm in a position right now where it's like it's a chore to try to move at this point. So, all right, we're gonna get everybody set up here. All right, man, we're getting it's hopping over here. There are a lot of people. Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you? All right. Yeah. Right here. It'll be fine. There's one right here. There's only one more headset, so if we want to,
Okay, so then we just need one more chair, and I could just stand right there.
we
Okay,
So he's not in it.
I know. Okay,
all right, we're figuring it out.
back over there. Oh wait,
No, you're sitting.
no, I still stay. Okay,
Come on.
gotcha.
All right, put your halo on, or the microphone and the headset. I said halo on purpose, y'all. And there you go. All right, well, hello again.
Hi.
It's been a minute.
How have you been?
I've been great. How have you been?
Making.
How long ago were you on our show?
It was just earlier this year.
Okay, earlier this year, so it's not been too long.
No, not too long.
Well, tell us a little bit about who you are. There's two people here. I don't know that I've met you before, so let's introduce each other and talk about what we do.
My name is Lila Taylor, and I'm the owner of the Laundry Ferry. We're a laundry pickup and delivery service where we come to your location and pick up your laundry, wash, dry, fold, hang, and then we bring it back same day, next day, your way. And we also have a drop-off center at 7613 Spring Cypress Road. And this is my oldest daughter, Jules.
Well, hello, Jules. Welcome.
Well, thank you.
Glad you're here. So what is your role with the Laundry Ferry,
I do a little-
besides creating more laundry?
I would say I do a little bit of it all. I fold and I run the washing. And
Okay.
Just a little bit of it all here
All
and
right.
there.
So how many washers do you have in your house?
I would say 6. Yeah.
6 washers. All right. How many dryers do you have?
9.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I
9,
thought that
right.
might be the same number, but no.
No.
Okay, why do you have more dryers than washers? I'm
ta-
curious.
It takes longer to dry than it does to wash
Okay,
something
so you
because-
cycle a little bit.
Yes, because your average wash cycle
Did you see what I did there? Cycle a little bit? Okay. Sorry, I'm just putting it out there that I was trying to make a joke.
No, your average wash cycle is only 15 to 20 minutes, but your average drying cycle could be an hour to more, depending on how high your heat is on your dryer.
Okay.
So you can wash 2 to 3 loads per one drying cycle.
Okay, now I've got a question right off the bat. Because when I put my washer on the main regular cycle, it's like 50 minutes.
Yes.
Why are you saying 15 to 20? Do you have a different washer, or do I have the wrong setting?
Well, it's
complicated?
You're not no.
Okay.
You're not doing anything wrong, but for your everyday clothing that you just normally wear, you don't need to put that much wear and tear on your clothes. You just a 15 to 20 minute cycle is enough to just get them washed, kind of run
So
through,
I need to
sanitize.
probably start using the quick wash cycle.
You could easily use the quick cycle and it would be fine.
Oh
Yes.
my goodness, I'm wasting energy and time and goodness gracious. Where were you, Jules, during all of this while I'm at home washing? Actually, I don't. Let's be honest, y'all. My wife does the laundry. I do other. Look, it's not a sexist thing. I actually do a lot around my house, but we have jobs.
Exactly.
Well, everybody has their chores, right?
Yes.
And my chore involves stuff outside. And she doesn't want to do stuff outside, so I do the stuff that's outside.
Okay.
So
my husband and I are the same way. Well, my husband actually does our laundry.
okay.
So he's wonderful.
Do y'all have a dedicated washer for y'all's stuff, or
No.
no? Okay,
It's all
good
just
to know.
in
It's
there.
all just there.
That's it.
All right. Well, okay. So I remember y'all, you specifically, Lila, being on the show before. What would you say is your unique value proposition? So what defines you over any other laundry service that's out there?
Well, I wouldn't say that we're better than any other
Oh,
laundry
come
service.
on, just say
Well,
it.
no.
Do it.
No. I would just say that we possibly cater to the different needs of different people. Other laundry services weigh per pound, and we measure by the bag size. That way,
Okay.
when you put it out, you know what you're spending, and it's easy peasy mac and cheesy. We also have our drop-off location for easement. We don't charge an arm and a leg for that. It's $1 a pound. Bring it into the drop-off location. And I would just say, for us, something that's different than other laundry services is our connection to our clients. No client is the same, and we don't treat them all the same. Everybody has their different situations in life, their different reasons for using our service, and we just treat everybody the same kindness, but that catered kindness.
Sure. I love that. I mean, and I do think that is a unique value proposition. I really, really do. But so my next question is this, Jules. I'm going to ask you this question. You may or may not know the answer, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Okay. So, as a guy, like, I'll just tell you right now, I got a ton of T-shirts. I've got more T-shirts than probably anyone you've ever met before. So I'm not kidding. In my closet, I counted not too long ago, and this is not the T-shirts that I have put away. Okay, they're put away for a reason. They're special. They have meaning or value to me. These are the ones in my closet that I actually wear. I have over 100.
Why have over 100 T-shirts?
Well, it's a long story, but the short story is this: that I work in a way that a lot of T-shirts come my way. Okay, I just have a lot of different, and I love T-shirts. Like, I like funny T-shirts, I like unique T-shirts, I like that sort of thing. But let's say the average person is not me and doesn't have 100 T-shirts. They've got a normal number of clothes, and I'm concerned. Like, I run out of underwear after a week, right? Like, that's all I got. So if I'm going to bring my laundry to you to get washed, do I need to have more clothes than a normal family that doesn't use the laundry family? Or
I say yes.
You say yes.
Yes.
Okay, why?
I don't know how to answer that other than yes.
Okay. Because, I mean, here's the thing. If I'm bringing my laundry to somebody else, and this is the ultimate question, is like, how long does it take, like, to get that back? I'm giving you my clothes, meaning I'm not getting it the same hour later, right? So what is the time frame that I should expect my clothes to come back so that I know how many?
I would say depending on how much laundry you send and how difficult your
Okay.
laundry is to do.
Okay. So if I'm doing it once a week, and once a week, I give you my clothes on a Monday, when do I get my clothes back?
Monday morning or Monday afternoon?
Monday afternoon, because that's when I can get it there.
You would get it back the next day.
Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
Tuesday, 24 hours.
That's it.
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah.
So I really only need one extra set of clothes.
Yeah, depending on how many times you change in a day.
Oh, I only change one time.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure I should probably change more, but I change one time a day. And unless I'm working in the yard, so maybe two.
Yeah. And then, of course, you have your pajamas.
And then, we're not going to get into pajamas, all right? This is a family show, okay? We're not getting into that right now. But I think it's worth knowing. Like, that's really, really cool. We've just got a few minutes left, but I do want to ask one question. Who do you find is your most typical type of client? Because I know that you said it. Everybody's different. Everybody's got a different reason they're using the laundry ferry. But what would you say is the type of person that you find is most average?
I would say it'd be the busy family.
Okay. Two income family, working
yes.
high intensity jobs, kids are in school, busy, that kind of thing.
Or it could even be like a single mom.
Okay.
And she just doesn't, she has no time. She has time for everything else except that laundry.
Yeah, I mean, laundry takes a long time to do.
Yes.
It takes a long time to do. I mean, for me, and, in my family, we've got it broken down, right? We've got our lights, our darks, and our our dry fit stuff, right? That's in its own little category for us. I mean, and then we've got, towels, right? Those are separate. So, I mean, at minimum, we got 4 loads. And now I know I can do it on a different wash cycle, so that's really helpful. But, I mean, that in and of itself, by the time you wash it all, dry it all, fold it all, put it away, that's a Saturday.
It takes the average family 5 to 7 hours to do their laundry. That's an entire day.
That's a day.
When you could just throw it all in a bag, put it outside, which takes minutes, and we've given you back an entire weekend. And you only get 380 weekends before you're from birth to college?
Oh, jeez. Thank you for telling me that. Now I know. Well, that's really, really great. Let me ask you 2 quick questions. Number 1, how do people get a hold of you if they want to drop their laundry off with you?
Well, you could Google us, or you could reach us at 936-436-2726 or at thelaundryferry.biz.
Okay, and if you had $1,500 to spend on your home, it has to be spent on your home, what would you do with it?
We haven't fixed our ceiling from the freeze. So probably that.
Okay, fix the ceiling, and you would be appreciative of that too, I'm sure, because you're like, I have to look at that thing.
I don't really know.
She doesn't care. She didn't even know. She didn't care. All right. Well, good deal. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've loved having you on the show before. Go back sometime at the beginning of the year if you want to hear more from the Laundry Ferry. We always enjoy talking with you. Thank you for joining us as well, and we hope you have a good night.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Jonah, tap Craig over there. Tell him it's time for him to get back over here and, make somebody mad. All right. Well, we do want to highlight our sponsor for tonight again, Lone Star Appliance. Steve. Oh my goodness. You don't pay me enough for that.
I know. I'm sorry.
I picked my seat on purpose.
That's right.
All right.
I'm just highlighting Lone Star Appliance for a moment and telling everybody that they should get their appliances repaired. And if they do, if you need an appliance repaired, call Lone Star Appliance. The number is right there up on the screen right now.
I mean, unless you want to get molested like Kevin just did.
Oh my gosh.
By an appliance repair, by an appliance store.
I see where you were going.
Yeah, I'm tying it all together, baby.
I see where you're going with this. It's probably going to happen.
Don't get molested.
No. That's the story of the night. Don't get molested.
Oh.
So,
well, when you have
which is funny because Steve used to arrest guys like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But the thing of it is when you truly have that I know it keeps
No,
falling.
you're good. No, you're good. I'll fix it.
See, that's why I love you so much.
I know. I take care of things
At
for you.
the end of the day.
At the end of the
End of the day.
God damn it.
Hey, you know what? Everybody has their things. Everybody has their
It's
thing.
more fun in front of him.
You're right. It is.
Look,
It
if
is,
if
by
I
far.
felt like somehow molested by that, I don't care. Because at the end of the day,
At the end of the day.
I say what I say when I say it, how I say it, for the reasons that I want to say it.
It's kind of like when Breggman gets a hit.
Yeah, it's happened way too often recently. That's all I'm saying.
I gotta love it.
I
Reggie's
know.
my boy.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Steve, how you doing?
Very, very well.
Introduce yourself to our crowd.
Again,
So y'all probably have
the
seen
most controversial guest host we've ever had.
it was way controversial.
What did I do now?
We had a drinking game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
the first. It was the first drinking game ever on the Homeowner Show.
And I wasn't included except
No,
to be
you were
the
very
butt of the
much
joke.
included.
You were very much
I know.
included. And I think Tara drove home, but that's besides the point.
She
No.
made it.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine, I think.
So my name's Steve Spoon. I own Victory. Well, I co-own Victory Installation with my son. We do all things installation, and these two Goombas are probably some of the funnest people in the world. By the way, where were you Wednesday when I was sitting in the parking lot of the shooting range waiting on you?
You were waiting on me?
Yep.
What?
Did we have an appointment?
Yep.
Oh,
Seriously?
my goodness.
Don't tell him that I went today.
He did not. I can't tell you that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Not only did you stand me up, but so did our roofer.
Really?
Yep.
Ah.
I'm like, not did I get stand up once, but twice. I'm like, all right, I'm out of here.
So
Right.
let me tell you this. So, I mean,
He's going to try to defend himself.
no, I'm not going to defend myself.
Okay,
I'm
good.
actually going to make it worse. I went today with my daughter, and I shot 26 rounds. I missed 3. That is the best I've ever done. So
He also
I'm-
caught a 50-pound bass last week.
I was
That
going
is-
to say,
that's
do
not
we have
true.
witnesses besides the daughter that he bribed seriously to lie like that?
No, I got a new gun, and I've never shot so good.
And it fits.
Yes.
It matters. It does
It
matter.
is- look,
It
the thing
matters.
of it is, it absolutely does.
Yeah.
You cannot use a shotgun or a rifle that does not fit you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And for all of you out there in the World Wide Web, if you do not get a gun fitted to you, you will struggle forever.
Yep.
Because you're always over or under compensating
For the gun.
per each shot, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I had a fantastic day today. Hopefully we can have a fantastic day in the near future.
Absolutely, because pheasant season is coming, and
Yes.
we're supposed to go. And Connor says that you have the info for the pheasant hunt.
Yes, I do.
Okay, I need to book it.
Okay. Do I get to go?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Then I have the info.
Cool.
As long as I get to go.
Yeah,
That's
I'm in. We're ready, but
They're along for your ride. That's the thing.
What?
Like, it's your trip.
oh, the 4th, not.
Are you
When
talking about
duck season opens?
Uh-huh.
You want to go?
Absolutely. I want to go. I'm going on the 6th.
I got one booked for the 4th.
Do you?
It's open seat. You ready to go?
All right. I'll talk with the boss because
Yeah, you can go.
Well-
Fine.
we'll talk afterwards.
Yeah.
There may be some complications.
You're fine.
I'll
Craig,
explain to
you
you.
can go.
You're
good.
I'll explain to you. But I want to go.
Oh yeah, opening day.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He told me the boss needed to be consulted, and I told him he could go. He's fine. He's coming.
In your world.
Well, of course. Because at the end of the day, I'm the only one that matters.
Cheers.
Oh, Steve, so you do all kinds of insulation.
I do.
Actually saw a Facebook ad from you the other day about bat insulation. Talk to me about bat insulation.
So bat insulation is a very traditional insulation, but most people use it in a wall
yeah.
scenario. And the point that we were making with that was, obviously foam insulation is best.
Sure.
Right? But my thought process always is you have interior walls that you're killing sound. Right?
Right.
everybody hangs a TV on the other side of the master bedroom because that just makes sense, right?
Right.
Nobody wants to hear that when they're trying to go to bed.
No.
Right? So bad insulation, always remember, sound is vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Vibration, foam, drywall, they're acoustic. They bounce it, right? You need something fibrous to absorb that vibration.
Okay, so spray foam might not be the best in the walls.
On an interior wall.
On an interior wall.
On a scenario like that, absolutely.
And some bat insulation is going to be rated for sound more than others, I would assume.
Yeah, like rock wool is better at sound than what fiberglass is.
Okay. So is fiberglass...
Did you say rock wall?
Rock wool.
What is
rock
that?
Wool.
Rock wool.
Wool.
What is that?
Not the city in Texas.
So rock wool is a blend of fiberglass and actual wool.
Okay.
And it's even more fibrous.
Is it just denser? I got you. Okay.
And it will grab a lot more sound in the long run.
Okay.
So let me ask you this question, because I think a lot of people hear that spray foam is the best. So what would you say if I call you, and you've been to my house before, it's a traditional brick and mortar home, it's a stick home, traditional eaves and all that kind of stuff. And I told you, Steve, I've heard that spray foam is the best. Can you put spray foam in my house? Would you do it? And what would that look like?
So on a lot of retro homes like you, which when I say retro, what I mean is a house that has typical insulation in the walls, bad insulation in the walls, and has always had like fiberglass, cellulose in the attic, right? That is a typical insulation home. When we do a retro, we foam insulation the attic. And what we're doing is we're separating the difference between the normal home with the normal insulation on the ceiling, right, of the attic. And we spray foam the roof deck. So what we do is we stop the heat transfer from coming into the attic. By doing that, and then conditioning that space, we drop that temperature down to where that AC unit becomes very efficient. We put the conditioned air in there to combat the moisture and the humidity. We see typically 30 to 50% drop in your electrical usage because of that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's possible, but you have to understand and this is one of the things that I love about you, man. Like, and I say this very cautiously, but one of the things I love about you is that you're very studied whenever it comes to the insulation process, and I think there's a lot of guys out there. They're just going to give you whatever you say you want. They're going to, whatever. And I like the fact that you come with stats and you come with information. You come with actual research that's going to help me understand what I actually need.
Well, I think that you're tapping into my police background, right? My bullshit meter. Excuse my language. Sorry.
Family show, Steve.
Sorry. As soon as it came out, I realized I let it out.
Yeah.
But I don't believe anything that a manufacturer distributes.
Okay.
Dow, Huntsman, Owings, John Manville, any of them. And they're great companies. That's not what I'm saying. But to me, that becomes marketing material.
Yeah.
So I hunt for studies that are beyond that, that are independent. That's what my belief comes to, because they don't have anything to gain by that information.
Right.
So I'm not the guy you take to a Vegas magic show, right? Because I'm the guy going, sleight of hand, that's not right, blah, 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 right? I'm that guy. So
You piss other people off.
yeah, you either love me or you hate me.
That's true.
But that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
And I go out and look for studies that document independently what I preach. And not just meaning I'm looking only for things that I preach, but the
what
truth.
other people are saying.
Right,
Sure.
right. I'll go down that rabbit hole to find that piece of information in the long run, because I like to educate my customer.
Yes.
So when they walk away, they're making a decision from an educational point.
Yeah,
They have the
rather than an
knowledge.
emotional one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because here's what I think happens a lot of times. I think someone gets ready to sell their home, or gets ready to buy a home. The inspector comes in and is like, oh, you're supposed to have 13 and a half inches of insulation. Or I don't even know what the number is. Am I close?
14.
14? Oh, I'm supposed to have half an inch. I literally just pulled the number out of thin air. And they go, oh, you're supposed to have 14 inches of insulation. You need to get someone out here to do that. And you call someone out there, and they may just be like, yeah, let's just throw it up there. And you look up there, and that whatever they've got is atrocious. They're just trying to get the sale done. But you come in and actually go, okay, here's the reason that this has happened, or this is what you need to do on top of this, or whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that there's a lot more education than just some Joe coming in and telling you do this or do that, or my house is hot. What do I need to do, right?
Right. Well, I think that when I started the business, it was, my son started this business, and when he was a freshman at high school, and what I was doing what I thought was right. And I think that by now, I would say probably 20% of my business is exactly that, going out and solving what some chuck in a truck guy, right, went up there and did, and what they've caused. And I get a lot of phone calls going, look, I've heard that you can fix this.
Yeah.
And whenever I get that phone call, my first thought is, oh dear Lord, I hope I can, right?
Right. Of course.
But in the end,
don't.
Okay, because I only have one more drink in there, right? But in the end, I go out, I look at whatever that problem might be, and then my educational, what I've pulled over the years comes into effect, and I'm just trying to fix the problem at that point.
That's great.
Cool. We're getting the wrap up.
We're done.
Sign.
We have to be done with two questions.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You can do it.
2 questions. How do people get a hold of you?
People get a hold of me by either victoryinsulation.com or 832-693-8115, and we need to do this more.
Again.
Sure.
This is so much fun. Yeah. I truly enjoy the home show. I brag about it all the time. You guys are great.
Thank you, man. Second question is this. You have $1,500 given to you to do something to your home. You have to use it for your home. What are you going to do?
If you don't have insulation, it's ventilation.
Oh.
And if you do have the proper insulation, I probably would go that money toward the next AC unit, one of those, what do they call them?
Mini splits?
No. The ones that have the
dual fans?
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know what those are called.
If you ever sit down with Tara Daly from Design Works and talk to her about hers, we did her house, and they came in and put one of those units in, 4-bedroom, typical house in the Woodlands, ranch style.
Yeah.
Her light bill's $98 a month.
What?
With all of her overflow equipment in her dining room.
Oh,
that means heat presses, engraving machines, embroidery machines.
Incredible.
Temperature's everything.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And with the right insulation, those units, you can go from like a 5-ton unit in your house that you would need, I'm just using that as a number, to like a 3.5.
Yeah.
Wow. It is amazing the difference.
Right. My parents are actually getting one of those put in right now. I think it's costing, they're getting all brand new ductwork with the dual fan system.
Right.
And I think it's costing them like $17,000.
Right. I think they're supposed to call me.
Are they?
Yeah, I think Jehu at Affordable Air Care said that
he's the one doing it.
They needed to talk to me. I don't know if I'm supposed to call them or they're supposed to call me, but
I'll let them know.
Just make sure they call you at the end of the day.
God dang it. One more drink.
All right, y'all. Next.
So in the end, and I don't have a drink to say, but if you don't follow the Home Show, seriously, follow the Home Show, give them a like, and follow them on a regular basis, because it's not only about the Home Show, it's about all different types of products and services that other people offer that they review.
For sure.
And if you really want an argument, please go back to the point where they talk about what an appliance is, because a screwdriver underneath your definition is an appliance. And I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm okay with that.
And by the way, I love it when the Rangers are
screwed
in
up.
second place.
I mean,
It
like,
doesn't happen very often this year.
Oh, this year.
Just this year.
The last 10, no, but this year.
This year.
Guys.
All right, thanks you, buddy.
Always great.
Yes, sir.
Love y'all.
Good to see you, Steve.
Be good.
Thanks.
You bet.
I like that pink shirt, by the way.
Yeah.
You like what?
The
Like pink shirt.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know a lady.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
doing some stuff
What's
for me.
her
Right?
name?
Tara.
There you
That's
go.
right.
She's hooking me up.
Yeah, she is.
That's right. That's right. All right. I wonder who our next victim is. Oh,
I don't-
Here we come.
I don't know, but just one more shout out to our sponsor for.
That's right.
Because our sponsor for this episode is Lone Star Appliance Repair. Is also the people who are keeping us on schedule tonight.
That's right.
And don't let us staying off schedule be any sort of representation of the kind of business that they are.
It's our fault, not theirs.
It's our fault, not theirs.
That's exactly right.
So, but like one of the
it's
things,
hard for us not to talk.
it really, really is. One of the things I wanted to mention earlier about appliance repair is like I know there's a lot of people now who are getting into niche appliances.
Oh, definitely.
So like one of the things I'm in the market for right now is a larger wine fridge.
Oh, yeah.
And these things are ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
And I have one right now that's on the fritz.
Yeah.
I
It was on the fritz when you got it. You revived it.
yes,
And it's still fritzing.
I rewired it and it's lasted as long as it's gonna. I don't know if I need to call Sarah. I'm gonna ask her.
Okay.
Is it a Facebook Marketplace find?
No, it was my mom needs to get it out of the house find, and I didn't have
worse.
one, and so now I
it was free.
am in love
That's right.
with the idea of having one because my wine collection has grown, and I don't want it. I have some stuff that I'm actually kind of proud of now, and yeah, I am like look in my relationship. Okay, like you know us pretty well.
I do.
Who's the bougier?
Definitely you. Without even, like, 100% you.
Yeah, but like not like a pretentious bougie. I just am.
Oh, yeah.
Like
For sure.
yeah. Like
No, I don't think people would meet you and go, that dude's bougie. But if you spend much time with you, you're bougie.
I can be fancy.
Well, why not?
Yeah,
Everybody needs to be fancy every once in a while.
absolutely.
Come on, fancy, don't let me down.
So if you have fancy appliances,
Yes.
you need
Or
to call
just- or
Lone Star
regular
Appliance Repair. Get them to get it you hooked up, repaired. Because if you have something that you really really like, and you like a fancy ice maker or like an under the counter
One of
refrigerator,
those pellet ice makers.
I'd get one.
The Sonic
Yeah.
Ice.
The Sonic
yes.
Ice. Yes.
Those things are expensive.
I'm
They
surprised
are.
they didn't sell those things at Bye Bye Baby.
Oh, that's
Pregnant women and ice.
Yes,
When I
that's
was
actually a
pregnant.
really good idea.
You would take-
I know.
you would have bought,
Maybe
like,
Bye Bye
4.
Baby would have stayed in business.
No
Bed Bath &
doubt.
Beyond.
No doubt.
I got to be honest. I've never even heard of them.
They
kids?
like
Yeah, I have
came
3.
in- They
Sometimes
like-
4, sometimes 5. It really
It's
depends on the day.
It's the Bed Bath & Beyond for baby.
Really?
They like
is it
came
all
in and
online or is it
swooped under Babies
they
R
have a
Us?
This
Big
storefront?
Yeah, they have big storefronts. Some of them are closing because Bed Bath & Beyond is closing. But
Well, sure. Okay. That was bound to happen.
You don't remember? You remember Babies R Us?
I remember
Toys R
Babies-
Us,
I remember-
Babies R
I
Us.
remember Babies
They're like
R Us.
the next iteration. Whenever Toys R Us went. kind
Okay,
of
so
under.
maybe this is something that came along after my child rearing years. I'm a little.
how old are your children?
look-
You look young.
So my
deceptively.
it's all my bouginess. So my oldest is in high school.
It's just moisturizer.
Okay, so maybe. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know when Bye Bye Baby started existing, but I could see you not knowing about that then.
Yeah, I mean I'm in my early 40s.
Yeah, we're the same age actually.
you didn't have to admit that.
I don't know if this is good or bad. I feel like I shouldn't have said that.
Like all
It's
my
too
favorite
late.
movies are from the 80s.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Hi.
Sorry, who are you?
Hello. I just hopped in.
No, it's great.
Thank you for hopping in.
Of course. Yeah, my name is Sarabella Carpenter.
All right, Sarabella.
I'm with the Special Delivery Card Company.
What is special? Like, is it like I'm gonna kill you or?
The opposite. No. Yes. So
Emphasis
we
on
actually
special.
You got an offer you're not gonna refuse.
So the Special Delivery Card Company, we focus on providing financial assistance to programs that serve adults with special needs.
Oh my goodness! I would
Okay.
not have guessed that whenever you said special card delivery.
If you saw our logo, you'd be like, that brings joy. That's the
Oh,
hope.
I love that. I was thinking you were like happy birthday cards.
That
special
could be a
delivery.
plan.
Sure.
That's definitely a plan.
So how does that work?
Yes. So the idea is currently we're new, right? And so the main way that we bring in revenue to serve programs that serve adults with special needs is we have a program called Project Joy. Project Joy is a subscription where you can choose from 1 card a month to multiple cards a month. It ranges from $5 to $25 a month. And each month, a program that we partner with, they act as our art specialists, right? And so they design, package, and deliver the cards on behalf of our subscribers. And then we partner with communities to serve and bring joy to. So our big kickoff is going to be in November. November 11th is Veterans Day.
Okay.
We've teamed up with the Greater Houston area VFWs. There's over 4,000 veterans in the Greater Houston area, out from Conroe to Galveston, and we hope to provide every veteran that's registered with the VFW a Veterans Day card that has been designed, packaged, and delivered by one of our programs that serve adults with special needs.
Amazing.
So if you're a subscriber, that veteran would receive a card, and underneath, if you're the Smith family, for instance, it would say, this card is sponsored by the Smith family.
Wow.
So each month we work with a different community, or we bring joy to a different community. So November is veterans. December is going to be low-income nursing homes in the Greater Houston area. January, we're hoping to work with the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center.
Okay.
February, we're going to be sending cards to foster and adoptive families in the Greater Houston area because they're sharing love. Right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and then if anybody is listening to this that has a connection, our goal is for March to team up with the Houston Astros, and we can thank everyone who's a part of the Houston Astros, from the players to the janitors, or the custodial staff. Yes, everyone involved with.
Yeah, crap on that, Kevin.
Come on.
Everyone involved with the Houston Astros. We want to give them
a card. What about the Rangers? Could you send some love to the Rangers? Somebody send some love to the Rangers.
It's about loving Houston. So we hope, though, that we can show them appreciation for being a part of why Houston is so great. And every month we'll have a different community. It's one of my favorite things that I get to network and market as well.
It scared me so much. No, it fell down. I don't know, it just fell and then I just got startled over there. Just feed it.
Sure, exactly.
So
have a Dallas, a San Antonio, or whatever.
Yes,
but it's
something
just
like
for
that
them.
would be great. It would be fabulous, yes. And then we can also expand to having packaged cards, boxed cards, that people can buy, working with retailers maybe, and that kind of thing. Because what I would love to do with that is then have a scholarship fund for adults with special needs to go to summer camps and have day programs.
Camp Blessed Beyond, are you familiar?
Yes,
I
yes.
feel like you'd work.
So, and day program sponsorships and everything like that, because most adults with special needs come from low to middle income households that need those public programs. A lot of people who are financially well, if they have a child with special needs or someone that they take care of, usually they can provide. I mean, I was one. I provided in-home services when I was going into college. And so, and I've worked with some outstanding human beings that have made my life better.
Wow.
And I just want to give back to a community that has given so much to me.
That's amazing.
I was the kid in middle school that the only table I was accepted at was the life, they called it life skills. It's super stuck in my head.
Wow.
And I was made fun of so much in middle school that the only table I felt comfortable
Craig
at.
could be friends.
Yes.
It's the same.
I did make fun of a lot of people in middle school.
He was on the other
That
end.
character building was rough.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, this is.
I had to walk away for a second. We were having some technical. Is this a nonprofit?
No, we're a business because we hire the programs and we pay the programs.
Okay.
So if we actually meet, I'll say this, if we meet our goal of getting over 4,000 cards, 4,300 and some change cards to veterans in November, we can give the program that we're working with is coffee crafting and community. We could give them up to $5,000 to help them. They want to start a coffee shop in Montgomery County.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's their goal.
Yeah.
Right? And they're incredible. And there's other programs that we've actually been able to look at partnering with, which, again, I love connecting with people. You know, the net does too, right?
Right, yeah, absolutely.
And, you know, your network is your net worth sometimes.
Yeah.
And being able to just spread joy and help others. Here today, this is my first time actually coming here. Everyone I've talked to either has someone directly in their family or someone they know who cares and loves and supports an adult with special needs.
Absolutely.
Right? And we want to make sure that community feels loved and cared for. And they don't, I mean, a thumbs up is great and a, hey, we're so proud of you is great, but action is...
I mean, but honestly, I mean, like for me, it's like future adults with special needs, like nieces and nephews that we have that are in that category. Have you reached out to New Danville?
New Danville?
Yeah.
No.
Are you familiar with them? Okay. So they are a community of special needs people who are independently living, who do a lot of the stuff that you're talking about.
Like Brookwood?
I don't know about Brookwood. I'm really honestly the only one I'm familiar with is New Danville, and they're kind of north near the Willis area.
Okay.
But it's an independent living community where they do projects like this.
Yes.
I mean, like you should definitely reach out to them.
For sure.
We actually did a dance for them. Like we went and our band went and played like a dance for them. It was so much fun. And so like I love the work that you're talking about doing. I mean, I think it's so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, not everybody.
And I missed a lot while I was away.
That's
But
really good. Not everyone's specially gifted to do that either. So it's wonderful. Let me ask you 2 quick questions.
Yes.
The first one is, if someone wanted to be a subscriber, how would they do that?
SpecialDeliveryCardCo.com, or you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. We just created social media outlets this month, and it's at the Special Delivery Card Co.
Okay.
So, but SpecialDeliveryCardCo.com is our website, and Project Joy is our direct line right now of where we're doing revenue. We hope to build and have a shop later, but right now, financially, this is the best way that we can meet the financial needs of our community.
Makes total sense. Second question.
Yes.
If someone were to give you $1,500 to do something to your home, what would you do?
$1,500 to do something to my home?
You have to use it
You have to use it on the house.
$1,500. Ooh, how much does a cocktail pool cost?
A cocktail pool, more than $1,500.
What's a cocktail pool?
I don't know, but it sounds expensive.
Is it like something that floats in your pool that you can drink cocktails?
It's a smaller pool that you can have a bar in. You know, like, you know, I love inner tube life.
Okay.
So anything I can float in an inner tube. $1,500, maybe.
I mean, like you could get like a
above ground pool.
You could get a stock tank.
I mean,
stock pond.
inflation really hasn't done much for $1,500.
That's right.
That's
we're
why
aware.
That's why it's a difficult question.
We're aware.
$1,500. Goodness. I'm thinking of what would cost $1,500.
Toilet paper.
Expanding. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking all the things I want to do to my house. I'd love to expand my back patio. Maybe expand the concrete in my back patio.
Perfect. Okay. I mean, look, it's if nothing else, it's a down payment. So
that's right.
Yeah. I thought you said on a house. I'm like, in what neighborhood?
No.
No, just something you can buy for your house that's cost $1,500.
Yeah, expanding my back patio.
Okay, there it is.
Hopefully that's enough.
Yeah. She can put an above ground pool on it and
it'll
have her husband bring
It'll cover the materials.
Exactly.
She can get her husband to do the labor.
That's right.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yes, of course. And I'm so sorry. I don't know your guys'
My name is Kevin.
Kevin.
Craig.
This is Craig.
Craig.
Yeah.
Kevin and Craig. I am Sarabella. It was so nice to meet you.
If you're here
guys.
when we're done, we'd love to,
Absolutely.
introduce ourselves a little bit more. We know a lot more about you. You know very little
That's right.
about us.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. I'd love to hear more about the bougie lifestyle.
Okay, yeah.
I'm all about it.
That's right.
Obviously.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm going to sign off, so thank you guys for having me.
Have a great
Good
night.
to meet you, Sarabella.
Y'all too.
I think that's one of the more unique businesses I've encountered in a while.
Look, I'm here to say, I'm thankful for all the people that have sat in this chair tonight.
Yeah.
That is the most inspirational thing that I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Maybe all week.
Let me tell you this. I
only Thursday.
asked her the question whether or not it was for profit or non-profit for a very specific reason. I love that it's for profit.
I do too.
I actually think it works better.
It has more opportunity for people in that situation
Yeah.
to actually get something out of it.
Well, and she can take, it's easier for her to take proceeds from the business and actually direct it to the places that she wants it to go.
Right.
And so it's a win-win for most people in that situation, because like if it's something she genuinely cares about, it's going to be way easier for her to help fund those endeavors,
right,
and work with multiple communities
right,
to help fund them.
That's
so I love it. It's super, super cool. Is
That's
it you now?
What are you guys doing
Is it
here?
time?
Come sit.
Oh, hello.
Are you last and not
How
least?
casual. Maybe.
Maybe.
I've been called worse. Hello.
Give it till the end of the interview.
Right.
That's fair. Yes, that's fair.
How are you?
Because if you start supporting these guys, Kevin will have words for you.
It's a problem.
So, which is the whole reason he's here.
That's it. Just to defend my honor.
My first kiss ever. The Astros game was playing in the background of the church parking lot.
Uh-oh.
So I am
Hello.
Team Astros.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure,
Church
sorry.
kisses. Church kisses.
This is
It was sweet.
things
A
you'll
lot
never
of
forget.
there's a lot of people that had their first kiss in a church scenario.
Y'all heard it here first,
The
okay?
time it was in a vehicle, church van somewhere, but
Mine was with a gal named Julie.
Aw, shout out Julie.
In the church basement.
I
Well,
love that.
mine was a girl named Krista, and it was in first grade, and it was in one of the classrooms. So,
was it at your dad's church?
It was.
Yay!
What are you gonna do?
You know, you got opportunity strikes.
That's right.
Just saying.
Yeah. Hey, see you, Alan.
See y'all.
How's it been going tonight so far?
Great.
Have y'all met new people?
We have met
Talking
lots
to
of new people.
Wonderful.
Yeah, have you met Sarah Bella?
Yes, I'm obsessed with her.
Oh, yes.
She's super cool.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
What is it called? Special delivery?
Special card delivery.
Special card delivery.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Super
want to
cool.
get her into the net.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I think that would
good
be
reasons.
a really good. So, like with the net, our whole goal is to be a tool for your business to take it to the next level. I really, it's just her story inspires me, and I want to be a tool that we can use to make all of the things for her.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So what do you you got some time up here? What do you want to talk about the net? You want to talk about some other stuff? What do you want to talk about?
We can talk about anything. I love talking about the net. We can talk about first kiss. I mean, whatever. I'm just happy to be here with you.
You didn't give any names. We gave names. So
That's right.
Yeah. Who was he?
Okay. Shout out Colt.
Ah!
You know who you are.
You know who you are. That's all we're gonna say about that.
That's right. That's right. He does. He was first. He just wasn't the best.
That's right.
That's
But
right.
He didn't win in the end.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
Sure, not the.
I mean, because none of us are. I mean, you can be the first, but let's be honest. You're not gonna get to the end of the.
No, my
No.
last is already here. Just saying.
I don't know if she wants to hear that. That just sounds weird. My last is already here.
Yeah, she's
That's
the last.
sweet.
She's the
Is
last
it
and
sweet?
forever.
Yeah.
It sounds weird. You need to we need to workshop that.
She's the only and forever. Is that better?
That's way better.
Okay.
That's cute. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl stamp approved.
That's right.
Love
Okay.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love my
good.
wife.
So we haven't been able to be inside at all.
I'm so sorry about
Do they have air
that.
conditioning in there?
Yes, they do.
Oh,
Yes.
you should have said no.
Yes.
It's miserable. Nobody wants to be in there. That's why everybody's out here.
Well, I know y'all can't see it, but there's actually a pretty good crowd of people that have been congregating.
Yeah.
So
All right.
it's almost like this is entertaining.
Oh,
yeah.
how about that? It's also fun.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of looky-loos.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
People
We love a
walking by.
looky-loo. We love a looky-loo. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So what's been happening inside?
Inside, so we heard from our sponsors. One specifically I want to talk about is Matthews Light. They help the outreach. They have an outreach for the houseless population in Houston. And most recently, our company partnered with them to do a VBS for the students in our community.
Yeah.
And we were able to, what the heck is
I know
that?
there's like gunfire going on like down the street.
It's some guy in a Camaro that
Is
thinks
that what
he's
it is?
awesome, I think.
Yeah, there's some guy compensating for something somewhere.
He didn't get a first kiss
That's
early
all-
enough. That was the.
He got his first kiss last night.
It was like
I
in
think.
8th grade.
Yeah.
No, he's
Well,
bragging
I
about
was
it.
like 14. I was old.
Y'all are way old. First
I
grade,
was lame.
baby.
Well,
No
like
way.
6 years old.
You were a preacher's kid though, man. Like
That
you were-
makes sense.
That's totally normal.
That tracks.
I was a little late bloomer.
That's the clip.
That's right.
That's the clip. We're good. All right, we're out.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Yeah.
Just let Craig find the line, and I'll find the step
I love
over
that.
it.
I'm just happy to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, happy to be a
All
part
right.
of it.
So the homeless.
Yes. So they come out once a month and they help them and meet them where they're at. They're not necessarily trying to get them into homes and resources because there's already so many people that do that.
Right.
They're meeting them where they're at. Like, what do you need today? You need clothes, you need shoes, you need someone to pray over you. It's very, it fills your cup, it's really sweet to see. And same with the students and everything. What's crazy is in a place as affluential as this, there's still pockets of children that don't have the same resources or privileges.
Yeah.
And they just get kind of like, skated over. So that's what we're really trying to focus on.
Well, and like I want to dig down on that just a little bit because I know that you say like kids that don't have resources.
Yeah.
And I think some people hear that and they go, okay, they don't go to as good a school, or they don't, maybe they don't get the coolest trapper keeper, whatever. Like the kids that you and
Those
I were
are back,
meeting.
by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm hip.
Yeah.
I called him time tracker, but it's fine.
But like the kids that we were meeting at the VBS, I mean, some of those kids are living without electricity.
Oh yeah.
Correct.
In like one of the most affluent places in Texas.
With no mattress.
Correct.
Yeah, no man. I mean, like
Correct.
like basic needs, and like we're walking them through getting them tennis shoes and socks because they don't have
and
those
underwear
things.
And yes.
And so like when you say needs, I think a lot of people kind of skate by that and go, okay, like they're just not as well off as my kid. Like no, they're a different kid living in a different world in the same place.
In your backyard.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
the community specifically, it's like their community, and then literally the other side of the fence is $1 million neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like it just, yeah.
And like you don't want to like begrudge the people who are living in the $1 million homes,
No,
but
of
it's like
course not.
let's at least be aware that this is happening and try
yes.
and do something about it.
Yes.
Which is what the net has done.
Yes, that's really important to us, is building, growing, and serving. Those are our 3 pillars of networking. So we touch on that serving side by helping people in our community, helping different nonprofits that are a part of our network. We don't charge them any dues. We just want to be there to be, again, a tool for them to reach who they need to reach.
Right.
That's really important to us. Like for me personally, what kind of like fills my cup is being able to, like when you're up on stage and you're giving your success speech, you're thinking the net, maybe in your head, but it's like, what is that definition of success for you? Is it more time with your family? Is it more money? Is it having that brand awareness? Whatever that is for you, I want to be helping you get there.
Yeah. So what does it take to be a member of this group?
So it depends on which group you're looking at. They're seat specific to geographical location. So for like our Conroe group, we have an amazing pest control person.
Who that?
Hey, they're right there. Cough, cough, wink, wink.
Yeah.
And it is an opportunity to create a community of individuals to kind of like springboard ideas off of. They're your marketing team, they're your networking, they're your friends. I personally use them at our house for our pest control and our office. Haven't seen a spider in years. God bless. Can't thank you enough.
Oh, you're very, very
Truly.
welcome.
It's just, it's a great opportunity to surround yourself with people who are in the same kind of like, how do I put it? The same season of life. Because before I owned a business, I was a bartender and a teacher. And there's questions that I could not ask my friends because like, okay, so what's the difference between a W-2 and a 1099 employee?
Right,
Okay, so like, are we filing taxes quarterly? What are your state taxes like? And they're looking at me like, girl, bye,
Yeah.
So to
I just want my frappuccino.
to be able to like be in an environment that helps you build yourself personally. Like I've learned time management skills, leadership skills, networking skills. Like they don't make it seem that way because they make it seem very natural, but it is really hard to like carry a conversation, and y'all are getting who knows up here, and you're able to ask not yes and no questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a skill. And it's even a bigger skill for y'all to do it so flawlessly and conversationally. Like, and so for people who might not ever have a chance to be on a podcast or something, like, cool, now I've got this internationally known podcast friends, and I'm going to, like, set them in this place, hopefully to get them more business, but then also my members as well.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's mutually beneficial. That's one of the things that's so great about networking groups like this is not only do I get something out of it, because hopefully I'm meeting people that may go, hey, you have someone that needs this thing, and I can provide that, so you're going to maybe refer them to me, but then I'm going to do the same thing for you. I'm going to say, oh, you provide HVAC, or you provide pest control, or whatever. Like, I will, deliver the message of you should call them, those sorts of things. So it's mutually beneficial, and it is exactly what it is intended to be. It's networking so that you can grow, so that other people can grow. And here's the thing, like, the thing I love about networking groups like this is people are still trying to grow. They've not made it.
The energy.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
No one's arrived.
Nobody's arrived at anything.
Do we ever arrive?
I hope not. I mean, I really don't.
Kevin did in that church basement.
Cut.
It was a third grade classroom, okay?
Listen, that's the other clip. Guys, we've got it. We've got it.
That's all we need.
Yeah.
That's all we need. But yeah, I think that we're all trying to, help each other out and help each other grow and thrive, and it's a mutually beneficial type of thing.
For sure.
You got to invest in yourself.
Yes.
And that's part of it, but you're also investing in other people.
And it's weird to the people that you might consider would be your number one fans, or people that would support you. There's something, I don't know, a disconnect maybe, and then I find complete strangers that I've met once or twice being like my number one cheerleader.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, like the energy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
And that is really fun. I mean, I think that is one of the powerful things about social media is when you do finally get to have that physical interaction with somebody that's like been watching you.
Yeah.
And seeing what you're doing, and then like you get that payoff of, okay, the things that I've been doing actually do work. I'm just not throwing them out to the ether. Someone's actually watching. Someone's paying attention to what we're doing, and it doesn't have to be that they bought anything from you.
Yeah.
That they paid for anything. It's just like, okay, this is working.
Yes. Even a like, a share, a comment. Shout out Granny, shout out Mom. I know you're watching this because they are my number one fans.
There you go.
There's my clip.
That's right. That's right.
That goes a long way.
It does.
Truly.
Yeah.
It does.
So how do we got the 5-minute tick off a few minutes ago. How do people get a hold of you if they want to join a net group?
Absolutely. So there's a couple of different ways. You can go to our Facebook page. It's the Net Level Up Networking. You're going to see this beautiful umbrella logo that was created by Lucan Digital LLC with Kaylee Ingram.
Is she here tonight?
No, she's not. I think she's sick.
Well,
I know something happened. I haven't been able to check my phone.
She got otter flu.
I almost called her a sicko, y'all. We got to be done soon. I'm getting delirious.
I bet y'all talk to so many people. You can also go to the levelupnetworking.com. Slide in any of the Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn DMs, and we will get a hold of you.
Awesome.
Very,
and then the question we've been asking everybody. Do you want to ask it?
Sure.
I'm scared.
If you were to get $1,500 that you had to spend on your home, what would you spend it on?
Ooh. I would spend it on new linens, like new curtains.
Okay.
Like probably like blackout curtains for my daughter's room. Because instead of blackout, I got cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
And like nice sheets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
like for every guest room, our room, her room, pillowcases, like nice curtains.
That's
I'm
a-
a little.
that's a good answer,
When
'cause
it
you
comes to bougie, I'm a little bougie with sheets.
What's your count?
As you should be.
Well, it doesn't really matter anything from Sleep Number.
Like sheets?
Yes.
They sell sheets?
Yeah. Oh gosh, yes.
Oh, sheet.
Okay.
They are. I don't even know what the thread count is, but it's up there.
Yeah.
They are the softest thing you've ever put your feet
They're not like
into.
T-shirt
It's a number.
sheets, are they?
It's definitely
No,
a
not
number.
T-shirt sheets.
Okay, they're actual sheets.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And they're super durable.
All right.
So they're amazing.
I can't
Okay.
believe you're giving them this ad right now, and we're not getting any money for
I
it.
can't either.
How? Listen.
You could Sleep Number, call us.
That's right.
Call me. I'll get a cut. I'll give you to them. It's fine.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do pretty well with that amount of money with
Right.
linens. It's
Yeah.
great.
I think you
so.
could do all of them in the house for around 15. I could get like
You would be
really nice.
surprised.
No, truly, yeah. Because my
That's a
knee-jerk
really good answer.
reaction
Those
was
sheet-
bathroom
those sheets are
remodel.
not cheap, y'all.
But $1,500, they're not gonna get anything in bathroom remodel.
No.
No. But like nice sheet.
Do you
I
know
love
your
it.
thread count?
No.
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 Do you know like your
They're
basement?
like I think they're like probably 800.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
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 These are definitely up near 15.
Okay.
Oh wow.
How much? How much for a set?
I would like
Do
slide
you know?
off.
How much?
300.
300 for like a full set, like king set?
We have a queen.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. I think of you as a queen.
I do too.
Queens are powerful. That's a compliment.
That's exactly right. Queen gets her way.
That's right.
Obviously.
Yeah. It's fine. Totally good with it.
Yeah, I think they're done.
We may not be done, but we're through.
No, let's
do we have another
this
one?
Is like after dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
get spicy.
The
Let's
Homeowner Show
go.
after dark. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's every
Two Bourbon Craig is.
We're sliding into 3, so it could get real fun.
I'm not sure if you have anybody or not. I
don't
think
know?
they probably did me last as a bookend.
Well,
Oh.
we are honored to have you on our show.
Well, if you want to go,
Are
if
you
you want to go,
kidding? I'm honored to have y'all like come out. Like I don't want to make. We don't have to. But I'm really grateful for y'all. Like y'all don't
Good.
understand. Like truly the value that you bring to the net and to everyone in the net and the way that you've been able to get businesses out. Like
yeah.
that's something I will forever be grateful for.
Well,
for y'all.
that's the whole vision of the show.
It
I
is.
mean, like
Yeah.
that's the whole point of it even existing is to
right.
help other businesses succeed, get their message out, get their story out,
That's right.
get their expertise out, so that people can be more informed. So that just people can just have the right services and not have to make the mistake of, working through losers.
Putting confidence
Yes.
back in the homeowner's hands.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I just came up with it.
I'll take a 10% cut of that too. Just so
That and the sleep number money.
That's
The
right.
sleep- yes, yes,
It's
yes.
expensive to sleep in my bed. I'll just say that.
I'll have to take your word for it. Well,
It's
thanks,
after
y'all.
dark. You said it.
Me and Kim are
This
gonna.
is
Do we
fun.
have
Y'all
anybody
are
else,
fun.
Brandon? No, we're all done.
All right.
Cool.
Anything
Well-
else you want to tell to the peoples out there?
Hey, I mean, the Homeowner Show. I love it.
Give it a like.
That's all- yeah, give it a like.
Give it a like and
Follow,
subscribe.
Grab your friend's phone, go to Apple Podcasts, and subscribe to it. They're not even going to know what happened. It doesn't cost them money. It doesn't give you a notification. Just do it for their numbers, and then maybe listen to it because I listen to it, and it's really cool. And you learn a lot of
Absolutely.
cool things.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Jonah, hit the outro, Bubba.
That's right, because we don't have anything else to say other than that.
Well, you got it. Yeah, right there, the button.
Yeah, give us
That's
the
the
outro
one.
music.
Yeah. Now we have to talk for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's not that long.
You get to
13
talk
seconds.
in the outro. I get to be in the outro.
You're in the outro.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this on my resume.
There you go. I've been in an outro. Thank you guys. Till
We're gonna
next
get
time.
some dinner,
Like
maybe
and
another bourbon.
subscribe
That's
to
right.
The Homeowner Show.
We'll see you later.
Have a good night.